on, YouTube? It's your man, Crucial RC. So here we are today, getting ready to start this whole rebuild process on my G320 ESP modified motor from DDM. All right, so I do have to say one thing. It don't smell good in here. It smells like metal on metal. So we'll see what's going on. Let's pull this bad boy apart. What's going on with this thing? As you can see, I took it out in the park. Took it for a good ride. Thought everything was good. I just stopped. Go check it. No compression. At least nothing was it seemed like it was no compression. Nothing was moving as I was trying to pull the pull start. This was real loose. So we'll find out in a second. Oh, that joint was loose. That ain't good. Means I didn't tighten it up. So hopefully I ain't just leaned it out too much and blew it up myself. There, she tightened it more. So finish taking her apart. Let's put the pull start on to the side. Let's see that works. So that's pull start. The rest of the other parts. And I like about this Allen wrench. Oh, there it is. There she is. And I think it might have been my fault because I didn't tighten down that damn plug. So you can see that good hole in the piston. There goes my no compression reason. Right? Everything seems like it's alright. See what the cylinder looks like. She does feel like a couple grooves on this, yep, on the intake side. Definitely a bunch of grooves on the intake side. See if I can see that. See that? There's grooves right there on the intake side. Yep, all the way down there. Scores all the way down. So, guess I'll be getting a new cylinder also. See how much that costs on DDM site. I'm gonna pull all this apart. All right, let's get into it. And you know, we got a rebuild kit here, but we'll get to that a little later. So this is Noah. You know, a rebuild kit for the ESP motor, but like I said, we'll deal with that later. Right now, we'll do part one of this video. Basically, we're gonna do some cleaning of parts. Just the clutch bell. We're gonna move this all to the side. Clutch carrier for the front of the engine. We'll move that off to the side. We don't need to do anything with these for right now. Might spray these with some brake clean or something, but that's some simple stuff. We got the rear housing. This is where your like I said, the crank will come out right here through that gasket, that actually seal, and we're going to replace that. And 1222C, 1222.7. So we're going to replace that seal. Like I said, ESP modified. This is the rear. This is where your actual flywheel mounts at. So it's the rear case, crankcase. It's the front front crankcase. This is where the clutch carrier mounts to. So I'm gonna replace that seal. See if we can get the number on that. 1232.55. So I'm gonna replace that front seal also. So I'm gonna pull these seals out, front and rear, replace them and clean this. All right, we got the crank and rod. Nothing wrong with them. At least that I can see anyhow. So we're gonna clean these up, put those back together. Flywheel, ain't gonna do anything with that. Head, this is gonna go in the trash. It's all scored up, damaged. So this is gonna go in the trash. I ain't gotta worry about that. Clutch, looks good. I mean, look at all that meat still on there. Both sides still look good. And if you didn't know, if you can see the arrows, this is the way it's supposed to mount, facing out with the arrows out. So this mounts on the engine just like that. So I'm gonna shoot this with some brake clean this up. All right, got the isolator, insulator, whatever you want to call it. That's good to go. I'm just gonna replace the gasket on that and roll with that. Piston, trash. This is going in the trash. All right, so that's gonna go with that cylinder head and go right in the trash. Got the coil. I'm gonna keep this, but I'm gonna replace this. Before I told you I had some problems with that being loose, but as I took this thing apart, there's some places on here where it was actually looked like it was rubbing something. So I'm just gonna throw this away, this switch and everything. I'm gonna get another one from DDM. Keep the coil, the brand new coil though. All right, what else we got here? That's it, really. I got the pipe, all my plastics and stuff like that are all back there. Air filter, I'll probably clean that all out. And that's it. So let's start by let's pull these seals out, the front and rear seal out of this thing, and get ready to start cleaning the two pieces of the crankcase. All right, let's go ahead and start with the the front case. I have this is a seal puller here I use on my cars, my full scale cars. So we're gonna see if if this thing works. So we'll see if this works on the small parts. So I can use a screwdriver or whatever, but let's try this. Like I said, if you can see that, but one side is curved, and then you got a straight pick side here. This side's curved, and you have two other sides here that you can use to pull seals with. So I'm gonna try and use just this little flat with this curved side on here just to pry this little seal out, get in between the bearing and the seal itself. All right, so after prying on this thing and and getting at it. I finally got it to budge. So we should be able to just pull it right up now. Actually, I had to pry up on that right here. So finally got it loose. Should be able to get that out. There it is. Alright. This is a pain in the butt. Don't fault me the whole time. Alright, bearing look good down inside there. Like I said, we're going to take this and clean everything up with some WD-40. See if we can pry up on this thing. Get that out. There it is. So that's the rear seal. That came out pretty well. Bearing's good. Race is good. We'll put this over in a little parts piece, just so I can get the number off that. And front and rear. And let's go outside, man. Let's go get it. Alright, so we outside. Nice weather today. We're gonna take let's do the rear case first. I'm gonna take and blow this out with some compressed air, just to make sure there's no metal fragments or nothing in there. One down. Crank, same thing, blow it out. Make sure no metal fragments in there. And the front half, same thing. All right. So here we are. We got my wife's baking dish, aluminum, not the real one we actually cook out of, so I ain't gonna go hard like that. So we got the aluminum jump. So we're gonna take and use some regular old WD-40. I got the extended reach because basically I wasn't planning on taking the whole engine apart, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Replace that seal. I got my little drain pan sitting there. Shake that WD up, and we'll do the front housing first. Like I said, I'm just gonna shoot it up with like the WD and go from there. So just a quick WD bath, nothing serious, you know, just to make sure ain't no little small fragments somewhere inside that thing. That's done. And we'll take and put this right on in the actually move this bearing a little bit. Rinse some more. Make sure all sides of that bearing gets done. Get rinsed off. All right. So front case is done. Front half of the house done. Here's the rear half. Shoot this down. Make sure those fragments in there. And that bearing spinning, nice ceramic bearing. All right, that's done. And then we have the crank. I'm gonna shoot this joint down real good. We don't want any metal fragments coming loose in this thing. good to go though. We don't want any metal fragments coming loose that may have been in here. If there's any metal fragments in here, we want that to be right down in that oil pan right now. So like I said, we're just gonna get this thing a WD-40 bath. So that's good. That should be good to go. Got some 2-stroke oil, some clots, and we're gonna soak these bearings a little bit. Make the bearings in the 2-stroke oil after WD-40, since WD-40 ain't a lubricant. Just pour it down on there. Work it in. Pour it down in there, work that joint in. Alright, so that's good right there. We're gonna put this down in the pan. Same thing for the crank. So get it on these needle bearings. Work down in. Just move that rod around a couple times, make sure all that get down inside that needle bearing. Slide to the side. That's exactly how the oil will be down inside there in the event of when the engine's actually running. Just getting down inside there with these little relief cuts on there. So, all right, that's good for that one. Put this off to the side. And then the last piece, the rear half. Just wipe my hands off real quick. Move that bearing, work that bearing around. Pour some down inside the back and the front half of the rear housing. Just work that bearing around. All right, put this down inside the cooking pan. Get all this oil off me, then we'll go inside, man. Start putting this thing back together.